Excuse me. Hello. Attention, everyone. At this time, we're going to ask everyone to please have a seat because we're about to start the memorial service for Mr. Speer.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. My name's Robert Alexander, and I never knew Robert Speer really well, but I did know him, and he's done a lot of work for my family. And so this really just came out of left field. We were up in Dahlonega when we heard about this. So I want to say a short prayer, and then I have a poem that I had written many years ago talking about people coming together and sharing with each other. Okay, the prayer will start off like this. Heavenly Father, thank you for all of our blessings, and thank you for all the strength you give us to go through some of the most difficult times in our lives. And we ask you to be with Julie and all of Rod's close friends. And we know that this is going to open up and move on down the road. Now, I was at a conference in Clemson University back in the 80s, and I was writing a poem, and I was kind of bored with the conference. And they passed around some medication, some holistic medication, and I was sitting there writing, and I couldn't think of the last line. And the lady next to me had this little vial of medication, and she handed it to me, and I just felt some energy there. And the last line came to me. I finished it. I gave it to the lady that ran the conference. There were 200 people there, and she said, "Could you please sing that song at the ending of the conference?" And I said, "Yes, I will." And I did that. And I've got several CDs out, but I never put this song on any of them. So I'm going to give you a part of this and just call it a poem. And it goes like this. We are sharing the vision. We are taking a stand by loving and learning and joining our hands. We have seen what the world of the future can be, and we open our hearts to receive. And then the next part is we learn all our lessons and we rekindle the fire. And when we're together, we sing like a choir. And the things that we learn have given us hope. And we know we can move on because that's what being together and sharing does for each other. And I thank you for that.
must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. You might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Oh, yes, I do. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. The wind beneath my wings. You're the wind beneath my wings. You're the wind beneath my wings. Fly high, I can almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Hey, I'm Ken Scott, president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. And I wanted to take this time just to say how sorry we are as an organization that we've lost our brother Rob Speer. Truly a great guy, but on a personal note, he's a dear friend of mine. So sorry I could not be there in person. But as they say, as Rob would say, the show must go on. But I wanted to take this quick opportunity just to say how much Rob meant to me and how much he meant to the organization. Many of you are sitting there and know this already, but Rob was just a dear friend to me, dear friend to all of us. He lifted me up every time I would get a text from him or chat with him. I put on a magic convention for magicians, and it's a hard convention to put on. But Rob and Julie always made it fun. They made it fun for me. They made it enjoyable. And that's just how Rob was. It's how both of them were. Rob was the life of the party. And just the night before he passed away, he sent me a text just saying, man, we had a great time. Keep doing what you're doing. And was always encouragement. That's in his voice, his sense of humor, his style, his way that he would do day by day. He live fullest day by day is not going to be forgotten by me. And just to know that we've lost him, and I won't hear that voice of his and that laughter that he, just makes me smile thinking about it. But he will never be forgotten. And to Julie and to the entire family, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know, this is hard on you guys as well. I can only imagine, but know that he's in a better place. But we miss him. We will always miss him. But I can tell you one thing: he will never be forgotten. And for me, it's just it's shocking. Just know that we were there, partying with him, just a week before he passed away at a convention. So as I think about it, we were able to have a party for him at the convention. He was able to be there and enjoy magic. He was not stressed out. He was loving magic and in his element. We were at the bar hanging out. Sorry, I know we're in a chapel. We just said bar. Sorry. But we had a great time, and Rob was making sure everyone was taken care of with their drinks and stuff. It was a great time. So to say it's shocking that he's not here with us is an understatement. But I like to think that we gave him a good send-off, a good send-off for our last gathering of magic friends with him, because he truly liked magic. He was great, obviously, as a magic lawyer, but he loved magic and was really, really great at magic and what he did. But he's truly going to be missed. And again, Julie, my heart goes out to you and to the whole family. So thank you so much for allowing me to come on. There is something that we do in organizations I'm the president of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, which Rob, again, was very supportive of. But there's also another organization called the Society of American Magicians. And we do a thing called the Broken Wand Ceremony. And it's when a fellow magician passes away. And today, our friend Merritt Ambrose is going to be there doing the Broken Wand Ceremony for us. So please watch it. Please listen. It's a very endearing send-off to a fellow magician. And Rob was definitely that. So Rob, we'll miss you. Rest in peace, my brother. And to all the family again, my condolences to you. Bye, guys.
Ready. Now for the fire machines. Nope. Okay. This is a big honor, actually, for me to be chosen to do this. We're gathered today as family and friends of the members of a wonderful fraternity to celebrate the life of Robert Speer Jr. He's also known as the Magic Lawyer, who was a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. Rob, as a member, was linked in fellowship with magicians all over the world. His interest, activity, and skill in performing magic were enjoyed by those who were privileged enough to share his friendship. We of the Brotherhood offer this time as our commemoration of his life and express our sympathy to the people he is so close to. Let's be honest, though. Let's not pretend that is less than it is. It is a separation. It is a sorrow. It is a grief. But let us neither pretend that death is more than it is. It's not an annihilation as long as memory endures and Rob's, his influences will be felt. Let's be honest with death also. For in all honesty, we will believe Rob is better than ourselves more deeply. It's a wand. It doesn't matter if it's a stick of wood or if it's a Harry Potter wand, it's a symbol. The wand and the story of the symbol of an ancient conjuring representing the mystery to the uninitiated, but it's still just a piece of wood. To our late member, it's a reminder of him, the joy and pleasure of his entertainment art that has existed since ancient times. This symbol to our departed member is his historic emblem, like an old illusion called the linking rings. Or if they were done with onions, they could be called linking onion rings. All righty. This symbol for our departed member is called the link ring. It's linked with others in this fraternity, like mind and heart in the vast magic fraternity. This wand without Rob is now useless. The magic that influenced us into life of performing on this earth is now broken as we bid farewell when our loved one encounters mortality. The magic of Rob's performance is over. The magic and mystery that he shared will remain in our memory as commemoration of his life. Oh, sorry. No one entering this world can ever escape sadness. Each in turn bear burdens, both rich and poor, and in turn bid loved ones farewell. Each one must suffer that sad goodbye when loved ones come to that final moment. Each of us must turn and face. With those we make a privilege to the human spirit, there comes an assurance of the memory that made life worth living. Can we have just a moment of silence, please? It is my privilege to present this memorial to my brother, Rob Speer, who was born into the world August 15th, 1958, and departed this life October 14th, 2021. We are members of the International Brotherhood of Magicians and the Society of American Magicians. Extend to the family, his loved ones, our sympathy, fellowship, and gratitude for his life and his companionship. He was endured with the talent to amaze, mystify, and entertain. Maybe like Rob, members of this ancient theatrical craft use our skills, dexterity of hands, and voice to bring happiness and awe to those who we conjure our pleasant and benign wonders. Let us also appreciate the beauty and wonder of life, that it may be hard to find when it in suffering, problems, and setbacks. Rob, may you rest in peace, and may his memories last long with those who have enjoyed his love, his talent, and his companionship. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry Henderson, and I was not only a friend of Rob's, but I was his client. He was my client. He was my husband's friend. He was my husband's student. He was my student. The side of Rob that most of you didn't know although some of you may have. He was a certified hypnotherapist with the National Guild of Hypnotists. He was also certified in the National Federation of Neurolinguistic Programmers. So he was not only an attorney, he was a healer. And that side of Rob, most of us, and I may cry, so most of us who were close to him through our organization, the Inner Space and the Atlantean Mystery Schools, we appreciated that. Rob quit practicing family law because he was too sensitive for family law. He said it was much easier to deal with criminals because they always came in acting nice. He said, you get a husband and wife fighting over kids, they come in and they're the nastiest people ever. And what happens to the kids? He just couldn't watch it anymore. So he chose to practice personal injury and criminal law because of his sensitive heart. And the amazing thing, I knew Rob long before he met Julie. And I knew when I met her, I thought, man, these two are going to be a firecracker pair. For anyone who knows anything about astrology, Rob had 3 planets in Leo, which made him the showman, the magician. It also made him a magician in the courtroom. I watched him in action in the courtroom. I was his client. My family were clients of his before he quit practicing family law. So we know him in a very different way than his stage persona, I suppose. And so many of you know him in that way as well. Rob brought Julie in to meet me when they met. And Julie also has 3 planets in fire. They're Sagittarius. So I thought, man, what a pair these two make. They're really, really amazing folks. And I did have the pleasure to watch Rob perform one time in a magic show. And he was always the showman. He was the showman in the courtroom. He was the showman in the magic act. And he also knew how to have a presence that most people never grasp. Rob would walk into a room and he would make that room light up like nothing you have ever seen. He would walk into our store and he would have everybody in the store who was shopping involved. And he would give out his cards. He had these, the magic lawyer cards. I don't know if he gave them to you guys, but this was his business card. And so we're going to do just a little bit of magic. And not stage magic. We're going to do a little bit of ethereal magic. I believe that Rob is with us right now. I believe that his presence is watching this. And I believe that he's happy that we're all here gathered. And he's the center of attention. So he's loving it. We're loving it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass out these cards in this bag, and there's also a little explanation that goes along with them. There probably won't be enough of the explanation, so if families will just share, I would appreciate it. And if there aren't enough cards, I brought an extra deck. So I'd like to pass this around to everyone, and I'll tell you a little bit about it as you take one of the cards and one of the sheets of paper. So according to our philosophies, every number has a meaning. Every element has a meaning. We are looking at receiving a message today. Each of you will receive a message through this card, and it will be something that should be important to you. And just think of it as a personal gift from Spirit, from God, from Source. And know that it's your message and your connection with Rob today. So as we pass these out, I'm going to go ahead and turn the show over now. The show, see, it's already the show, right? I'm going to go ahead and turn this program over to Hope. Has Hope already been? She already sang. So, all right. So I don't have to do that. So we can talk a little bit about the cards and their meanings, and what we're doing, and how to divine what this is. This is divination. which it has the word divine in it. So these are playing cards. And if you receive a king, think of it as embracing your mastery. If if you receive an ace, think of it as new beginnings. And the suit of the card will tell you in what area of your life that this message comes to you. So if you found that you've received, and say, an ace of wands, you might look for new business ventures. If you've received the king of swords, then you might look to yourself to become more mental, embrace your mental side of masculinity. So I hope you enjoy the cards, and I hope you all get a great message today. And when you look at these cards, think of Rob, because everywhere he went, he passed out his cards. And I wanted to do it in the same spirit that he does it. So it's always in fun, and it's always with laughter. He would always come in and he'd say, I'm a lawyer. Nobody likes lawyers. But I want to give you my card. And everybody liked Rob. So he'll be missed. His presence in our environment will be sorely missed. He was a master, not only of life, but he was a master of spirit. So thank you, everyone, for being here for this celebration of life. And if anyone didn't get a card, I brought an extra little deck, so I have some more. So thank you again. I'll turn the program over to Julie.
Right here, since we're winging all of this today. Um, Thank y'all all for coming. I know Rob's here with us. Hence all the craziness happening. 18 years ago, I was managing the origin store in Kroger Mall. Sunday evening, slow. We're hanging out in the back, which you're not supposed to do. We're hanging out, and this guy comes just barreling in the store, Rob Speer style, headed to his favorite shampoo. And my part-timer went to go help him, and I said, no, Jennifer, I got this one. And I did. And I got that one. And, for 18 years, we were pretty much inseparable after that. I remember it was funny when Rob engaged, when we got engaged, when he proposed to me, we just knew right away. When you know, you know. So we met in May. Day after Christmas at his house. He had my brother and my mom and dad come in, and I got home from work, and he had his grandma's ring on the Christmas tree. And I looked at him and I said, are you doing this now? And he and my parents and my brother are giggling on the couch. And I said, yeah. So the rest is history, We had so many crazy fun times together. Celebrating weddings and births, and we had some killer parties at our house back in the day. Some of which I remember, not thanks to the Fireball and the Moonshine, which the boys liked so much. The magic conventions and celebrations. We got remarried by Elvis for our 10-year anniversary in Vegas. That was a blast. Rob and I, our favorite thing to do was just steal away. We could get 2 or 3 days. We'd run to Biloxi and play craps and eat gumbo. That was our favorite thing in the world to do. Other than that, just even being at home, hanging out with our cats. We have 6 cats. We had 8. 2 passed away this year. His favorite 2, mind you, is Magic and Roscoe. So I know they're with their dad in heaven now. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. But and we all love PBR. Anybody that knows him knows he loves his PBR. So I've been drinking some PBR, a little extra since he is not here with me. Something that I did every day with Rob. I wanted to stand here. But, Rob, I thanked him every day for everything that he did, because I knew he didn't always fit. incorporating magic into it, I always admired. And, you know, he was very passionate about it. It was hard, it was stressful, but darn it, you know, he slept it. You know, he was always about it. The fair law, the fair result for his clients. And I always thanked him for that. And I was going to continue with that. He may not hear it. He's going to hear it from me. You know, Robbie was larger than life. He would do anything for anybody. He was vibrant, fearless, one heck of a dresser, and a badass. And that was my husband. And he's still here. And I know I may be freaking some people out by having broken down. I haven't. I didn't. But today, he is rocking me just to be strong and to celebrate the wild man, the fabulous man, the brilliant man that he is. He loves us all. He wouldn't want us to be sad. He wants us to celebrate his life. Go forward, be fabulous, and be magical. But thank you for coming. We have a movie that we put together. And then anybody that would like to say anything, I would be glad for you to do that.
Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. thinks there's always tomorrow. I miss your touch on nights when I'm hollow. I know you crossed the bridge that I can't follow. Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. And if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life. I miss you more than life. Young blood thinks there's always tomorrow. I need more time, but time can't be borrowed. I'd leave it all behind if I could follow. Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. Yeah. And if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life. I miss you more than life. So if I can't get close to you,
Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's heart, how the music can free her whenever it starts, and it's magic. If the music is groovy and makes you feel happy like an old-time movie, I'll tell you about the magic and to free your soul. But it's like trying to tell a stranger about a rock and roll. If you believe in magic, don't bother to choose if it's just kind of music or rhythm and blues. Just go and listen. It'll start with a smile that won't wipe off your face, no matter how hard you try. Feet start tapping and you can't seem to find how you got there. So just blow your mind. If you believe in magic, come along with me. We'll dance until morning till there's just you and me. And maybe if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow, so late at night. And we'll go dancing, baby, then you'll see how the magic's in the music and the music's in me. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Yeah. Believe in the magic of the young girl's soul. Believe in the magic of the rock and roll. Believe in the magic that can set you free. Oh, tell me about the magic, like I believe in magic.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by. And we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All
that's me again. Quick story. No, oh, stand over here. Can y'all hear me? Good. Quick story. Two things. I've known Rob for a while, and I didn't know Julie. So I'm walking into a store, and it's probably from my hair because I do have outstanding hair. And I'm sitting there talking. She goes, "What are you going to say?" She goes, "My husband's a magician." I said to myself, "What's his name?" She goes, "Rob Speer." And I started thinking, like, I'm getting on my friend's wife. The second thing is just people say that people will give you, the shirt off the back, literally. One day, Julian and I were doing something. I forgot what we were doing. I said, "No, dig your shoes." He took the shoes off and gave them to me. That right there was sort of a beautiful friendship. It was like a brother. So they're like extended back.
Hi, my name is Dan, and I'm one of Rob's magic buddies. And there are a lot of musicians here in the back, like good Baptists, in the back row there. And we're here to celebrate Rob with Julie. I am the past president of the Society of American Magicians, honored to have the same office held by Harry Houdini. And it's fitting that this is National Magic Week by proclamation. And I wanted to say that about Rob. He loved magic, the IBM and the SAM. And I wanted to say also that I'm not really about the astrology part. I have to confess I don't believe in astrology because I'm a Virgo and we're all pretty skeptical. But it was some years ago, a couple of years ago, forgive the white lie, that Julie wanted to have a birthday party for Rob and to hire a magician to perform for him. And I was the lucky one that she called, and we had a blast. It was one of those parties she may not remember at her house, but I do, and it was great fun. And Rob was always nice to me at this convention. We were just spending time. He was always buying me a drink. Of course, my drink these days is Diet Coke because of the doctor's orders. But I wanted to do one last thing. All of you came in and you saw a magic Rob Speer $1 million bill on your seat, because I think today Rob wanted all of you to be able to proclaim your assets over $1 million. Thank you.
Some of you might not recognize me, and the reason why I've got one eye closed is because I've got double vision, but it looks good from here. But anyway, my name is Philip Ellison Speer, and I was Rob's younger brother, and he loved me even when I didn't love myself. And that's the kind of brother he was. He was always there for me, and nobody messed with Phil Speer because he was a badass. You know, he went into the Marines, and he did his thing, and I even met his drill instructor, I can't remember, Ellenberger, I think was his name, Sergeant Ellenberger. Rob, he turned around in Mississippi along with Julie. They were going to Mississippi or Biloxi to go to the magic show, and they were going to do some gambling. And they turned around because they heard that I was in the hospital. In ICU, and I had had a stroke, which left me, kind of paralyzed on the left side. That's why I can't see very well out of this side. But Rob took the reins over my life, and he made sure that I got a nursing home and a good one. And he put me up in Lafayette, Georgia, or Lafayette, as they say, which is near Chattanooga. And uh, all I can say is that I didn't have a brother like Rob. It would be, I'd be out on the street right now. And I loved Rob more than y'all know. And he loved me more than y'all know as well. And I'm so glad that he had so many friends that are here. And I don't know what else to say. It just so. But thank you so much for being here. And I love all of y'all, and I will keep you in my prayers. Thank you so much.
Can't help me, man. I think that's the Speer. For what? His best friend. He taught me a lot. He brought me in between. I went to college, worked with him as a legal investigator. Worked with him everywhere. Learned a lot. And he taught me a lot. His last part was probably maybe. But listen. One thing for sure, he was there beside me all the way. He was schooling, education, and taught me a lot to develop and to meet out how to interview people, how to get friendly with people, how to keep their emotions aside, and look out for the client, look out for the person that's there. Don't judge them for who they are. Seek the truth. Just a minute, and that is what I did. So today I miss him, but I know he's in a much better place. And it's a day of celebration. What can I say? I love the family, I love Dylan, I love Jimmy, I love his daughter Ashley, and the whole family knows me very well. And I know the court system pretty well. Most of them know me. I barely know their names, and I know their faces. But I had to come up and say something that was in my heart. But I knew he was there. So I'm there for him. You all. If God loves you, then that's where I got to get better parts. Thank you.
Guys, my name is Samad, and I knew Rob when I first met him when I was a little bitty pup. I had just started, right out of law school, a couple years out. I started as a signature attorney, church attorney. And a lot of people spoken about how Rob really stood up in the room, he was present, and I felt that the first time I met him. I was in court, had no idea what I was doing. I still remember that day. He came up to me, introduced himself, him and his large, gregarious personality. I cannot forget that. And he was a wonderful person. We had a lot of cases on opposite sides of each other. He always worked hard for his clients, like do the right thing, was honest, and was a pleasure person. And we eventually I left that office and I went prosecuting other places. Kind of hard for a while. And then I saw him when I hung out at table several years ago, started my own practice, and was a vet style. And I saw him within his first week that we got shooting. I saw him at continuing legal education class, and he took right back off, took me left, left off, and he was so wonderful. And he was a mentor to me. remember the biggest thing that I miss about him is whenever I needed to make fun, something was going on, had some issue with Katie, people out compliant, right? I'd call him up, he'd complain, vent. He was there for me, and the way he handled the situations, the way the things that he said, I absolutely loved. He always put a smile on my face, and it's so much. And I'm going to remember him for the rest of my professional life. So just most important was the one. Biggest condolences, guys. I miss you. I love you. And all of you.
My name's Kevin. I've known Rob for 25 or 30 years. Probably 25 years ago, I was abusing my children. They spent a lot of time with me. We were in one of those city courts at 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night in Duluth. And Robbie comes in and sits down behind me, and we start chatting. And he says, "Who are these guys with you?" I said, "Robbie, these are my boys. This is Harlan and this is Hunter." And Robbie reaches in his pocket and pulls out cards, and he said, "If you're anything like your dad, you're going to screw up and get in trouble." Here's my call me. Your dad will get you out of trouble, but I'll get you out of trouble and I won't fuss at you. 25 years later, my son Hunter's a lawyer. He and Robbie have developed a professional relationship. They talk to each other. It's cool the way things work out. I miss Robbie. Thank you.
I'm Michelle Kalmowski. I probably met Rob about 13 years ago. I have a couple of stories. He told me one time he was a fairly new lawyer. He would have been doing some PI work. That tow truck driver came to the car. Because if you've ever done PI work, it's not real consistent. The Rob being mad at that, he was able to talk about it into not read the test, but I had a check coming. And the next week he did, and paid. Rob always came in about 10:30 back when I walked in. I said, "Oh, how fitting," because he always said, "I'll be here about 10:30. Eric, he always sent Eric ahead of time with the clients, that always announced, just he'll be about 10:15. He had a few things he always said. He always said, "Not only he judges as a fine young man, he also was able to remember not to say it when someone was either not a man or not one." He was always very thankful to the court system. He didn't just try to staff. He takes the prosecutors, he takes the court person, he takes the faculty. It wasn't, he never came in and said, well, he never came and argued. He was very respectful. My staff enjoyed him. He was always very thankful for my staff.
Not too many people here in London. I see a few faces on this. My wife and I are members of the Woodstock Police Department Auxiliary Organization. One of the duties we used to have was helping with the court. And whenever the judge needed something from the administration, we would go and get it, bring things to the court, and we would go and vice versa, there's not stuff back and forth. But I shared the experience of the car. One day I was sitting there. Prosecutors were basically, there's two of them. With a man on the right with no lawyer and a man on the left with a lawyer. The guy who didn't have a lawyer, he was doing his best to get out of that ticket. It was just not going to happen. He started paying attention to Rob. And when there was a lull in the conversation, we need to go. I was sitting just 5 feet away. We need to go over and said to Rob, he says, "You're very impressive. You have a car." And I says, Of course I do. He reached into his pocket and got out one of those cards and handed it to him, told me it was face up with the 4 diamonds. And the guy looked at it. No. Your card, not a card. And everybody in there, of course, had seen this item. So we started cracking. It was just a funny situation. But Mary and I, my bride of 51 years, by the way, she has me on a strict budget of 5,000 words a day, so I can't stay up here very long. I've got to save some of my words for when the evening news comes on and I start yelling at the television. Rob was a goat, G-O-A-T. I'll come back to that. He's also a neighbor. Him and Julie live, and there's 2 separating us, and then there's us. One day, I used to see Rob all the time because I was in court every minute. One time I was coming home, and he got out of the car and he walked over. Hey, that's that lawyer I see all the time. I didn't even know we were neighbors. I saw him every Monday, and we talked all the time. He didn't know it either. But one day, when we were discussing things at court, he looked at me and says, "Are you a veteran?" I said, "Yes, I am." "Are you?" He says, "Yeah, I was a Marine." I said, "Ooh, a Marine. I was in the Navy." He says, "A Navy? What do you do?" I said, "Remember, we're the ones that give you a ride to the war." And he says, "But yeah, you always turn around and go back home." Give you an idea what kind of a guy he was. I also agree that Rob is in heaven right now, but I got a little bit different perspective on it. I think he's got a bunch of clients that are nice to talk to. He wins every case, and more, because it's heaven, he gets paid on time. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is he's having a hard time finding another lawyer to talk to. What can I say? So, anyway, what am I, Mayor? About 500 words now? Getting close. So I'm gonna have to check this out. Yeah. So in passing here, I just want to say that the GOAT thing, it's an acronym, G-O-A-T, greatest of all time. That was Rob. Thank you.
Okay, I haven't used my 5,000 words yet either. So I have a story about something that happened yesterday. I was putting together the little program that I handed you about the cards and the numbers and that kind of thing. And we run a psychic center, John and I do, as well as a school bookstore. The psychics were upstairs chatting. It wasn't real busy. And I had sent Julie a text and asked her if that got raised. And hadn't got the answer back yet. So I went ahead and I started putting the whole program together. And I was sitting at the front desk. One of the psychics comes down with their face, like a sheet, and hands me one of these. And she said, "I was about to ask Valerie a question," which is another one of the psychics. And Andrea says to me, she says, she pulled out a deck of cards, of tarot cards that she seldom uses, hadn't had them out in a year, pulled them out, and started to get the cards out, and this is what came out. I took that as a win. It wasn't too outrageous, it was wrong. So that's how come you guys got the program that you got today. I took it as a message from heaven that Rob said, "It's okay, go for it." I love outrageous. So,
I'm Brittany. I'm Rob's deputy to bounce off these.
His first business cards, $100 bills. He would get stacks of them, and he would go out and buy them. I watched this boy under his face, and it made me realize it wasn't $100. Ron was great. I remember as a child, one of the holiday parties we played that was Christmas or Thanksgiving, probably about 13 years old. And Ron would have some wine. But 2 glasses. All of that. And when someone said, "Have a little bit of it," can't get any help. We go ahead, right? They don't sweat. The wine bottle. Those parties. I will never forget it. Those small times that we had to show. He was the greatest of all time. The good ones. Absolutely. I would pop to the office and talk with this and hang out with everybody. Call for legal advice sometimes too. I promise I didn't get in trouble. I had very learned. But didn't always get a chance to get caught up in life.
My name's John, and I am here to construct with my and I've known as a business, and Tony was going to be unavailable before he ever met nearly because he had life insurance. So, he also wanted to be able to understand people and what they did, and so he took neuro-linguistic programming, and it's about just one example. If somebody's talking to you and you ask them a question, for most people, if they're going to tell you the truth, they got to think about the answer, they'll look up. And if they're going to lie to you, many times it's to the right. And for you to figure out which it is, you got to ask the question that you know they'll lie about, and a question you know they'll truth you. And so people have to think about. But Rob was always coming and saying, you know, John, you're my best friend, but then you're my only friend. I knew that was a lie. And I see it demonstrated here today, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who just had obligations that they couldn't come. And I had no idea how many people would be here, but those that were most. And he always continually told me that he loved us. And I felt it was genuine, even though it was good to be true. So I will miss Rob very much. Sure, nice numbers is very closest to me. It's a privilege to be among Rob's
family. My name is Frank Gomez, and I went to law school with Rob Speer. And suffice it to say, we had some wild times. And I would like to do your PG rated. So one day, we had a really rough day in law school. It was really rough. The professor was writing us we were feeling down, and Rob was like, "Hey, Frank, I know where we're going to go. I got a place where we're going to go," and stuff like that. So I won't tell you where we went. Well, I will tell you where, but I won't describe it. We went to an establishment, a bar on Ponce de Leon called the Claremont Lounge, where we met Lonnie for the first time. And after seeing what took place, and after getting an understanding about how we really had it good as law students, Rob looked at me and goes, "Frank, perspective, perspective. Always remember that." We also went one time to, used to do study groups at the Hooters and Buckhead. And one time we were there, and he told us, it was Paul Munger, Tony Brunio, Liz Baker, myself, and he said, "You know, Frank, I can take a ketchup bottle and I can put it in my mouth. The bottom of it." I said, "No, you can't." "Yes, you can, I can." And this man proceeded to open his mouth and fit a ketchup bottle in it. I kid you not. But he was great and he was wonderful. He always, when we had rough days in law school, he kind of put it in perspective, understanding, knowing that whatever trials and tribulations that we would get through, we would get through it and we would be fine. I won't tell you this joke, but you may have heard it. He had a joke that was notoriously where he came up to me and said, "These two people were in prison, and one was the husband and one was the wife. And which one do you want to be, the husband or the wife?" And then I won't finish the story and stuff like that, but it is. It's not appropriate. But I'd be in court, and Rob would come up to me over the course of 30 years. "Frank, husband or wife? Husband or wife?" So, really just know that, and your daughter too, and family, just know that Rob made a difference in the folks in Green State. He made a difference with the criminal defense bar. When the news of his passing was announced on the Capitol Hill server, there was this overwhelming grief and sadness. But also there was the story that he made a difference. And the message today more than anything is, no matter how sad you are or what you're feeling, Rob would want you to have respect. Love the people that you're around. Go ahead and make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I did good so far. I want to thank y'all for coming. We brought some refreshments. Anyone that can stay a little longer, like a little hang out, we'd love to have you. So thank you for coming. I love you all. God bless you. I don't